Hello and welcome to a LOTRO preview video with me, Balthelion. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Eastern Gondor region, which is coming in update 16, which should be hitting the live servers some point soon, probably end of April would be my guess. So where this new region starts is, at the moment we are in central Gondor. We're at Aragorn's camp just outside Pelennor. So for those of you who don't know where we're at in the story at the moment, we've just had the Battle of Pelennor. Aragorn has seized all the Corsair ships and he's planning to head now up to Minas Tirith to kind of save everyone from the battle that's going to be taking place there. So if I just open up my map. So yeah, we're at the camp over here, just slightly west and slightly north of Pelennor. We'll be heading to Eastern Gondor. We'll be basically crossing the river here, so we'll be sent next to Erenos, I believe it's called, yep, which is this town on the eastern side that we briefly went to for one quest and realised that everyone's happy there, they haven't been attacked yet, and then we left them alone. So we'll be taking a route through that town into Eastern Gondor. If I just move this out of the way. So as you can see, we'll be passing through the area of Lossarnach, which is the first sub-region. Then we'll be heading into southern Ithilien, and then up into Osgiliath itself, which will kind of be like the end game part of this region. So we're not going to be getting the area of Gondor up here, which is like the fields of the Pelennor and Minas Tirith as well, although Minas Tirith is visible in this update, so hopefully we'll get a good look at that a bit later. We do have the map directions up here as well to the northern Gondor and the Morgul Vale. We can't go there yet, so in a future update hopefully. And I'm certainly hoping that the Morgul Vale will take us to a nice little raid at Minas Morgul. That'd be pretty cool. So let's go speak to Aragorn. So Aragorn is both the vector for starting the region just for general questing. You'll get a pop-up on your screen advertising the new quest that you can just accept. It takes you straight to Aragorn here. And also if you want to do the epic book as well, that also starts with Aragorn. So as you can see here, we've got the introduction quest, which we can just advance.
The threat of the Corsairs is over, but many of their allies remain.
And then we can take the book quest as well from Aragorn. So both of these are going to send us to the town of Erenos, which is just on the eastern side there. So let's head over that way and go into Eastern Gondor. Okay, so once we leave the eastern gate of Pelennor, the first place we're going to arrive at is the town of Kelaniya in the upper Lebennin region. So I'm not going to go too much into the questing and the story for each bit. So as you can see, it's just up the road from Pelennor. You will see it as soon as you leave the gates, you can't miss it. So again, we're going to have some more of the Gondorian architecture. We've got some cottages and stuff, and various market traders and vendors and all that kind of stuff. Obviously things aren't going too well for these guys, so maybe that woman's husband's died. The family didn't seem too happy. But this will have most of your facilities. It's going to have all the Forge Master, all that kind of stuff. There are going to be roving threats in Eastern Gondor as well. There's a little piggy there. So yeah, there's going to be roving threats. You've got all your tasks and all the usual stuff. There'll be various quests you can take from this place. I'm stuck in the shrubs now. That's the problem with being a hobbit. High walls. So next up then, we're going to start heading north up into this area of Tumlarden. Okay, so now we're outside the gates of Tumlarden then. So to enter the town, it's from the eastern side over here. This is the main gate. There is a small crossing slightly north of Kelaniya there, but that only takes us to this western region over here if you need to get to the beacon that's been lit over there, but it's been taken over by Haradrim. So I'm just atop this hill there where we can see we have a nice view of the strong fortifications over there. And if we turn the camera around to the east, we can see the next town, which will be the one just over the river. So that'll be the town of Arnach in Lossarnach, the middle region. But we'll be going there a little bit later. So let's go inside this place. So as we can see here then at the main gate, it's pretty posh and elaborate designs, being well guarded by some men there. So let's go in and see what's about. So if I just turn back on the map, so you can see this is quite a large area around here, so I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be a lot of internal questing going on inside the town. We've got some pretty big buildings, so this has got to be fairly important for the local region. Loads of people standing around. They don't seem too distressed, so I guess this place has been able to withstand the war so far. Unlike some of the smaller villages which have been outright decimated, shall we say. So heading down west into the valley then. You see we've got some camps there, so they're probably taking in some refugees from the nearby villages. More task boards. Got a nice big bridge to cross the river to the eastern side, or the western side, sorry. But yeah, that's how that river is going to flow outside. So like Helm's Deep, it's got a small culvert. I think that actually goes into a waterfall as well, which should make any attackers' lives a bit more perilous if they're trying to assault via that route. So that's probably up to the main keep. Let's go this way. There seems to be a lot of tents around at the moment. So again, there's a lot of guards up here on sentry duty. And some pretty grand building designs up here. It's a pretty big tower. That's possibly even bigger than the towers in Tol Amroth. Let's go have a look, see who's home. So inside the Great Hall, suddenly the guys have now got black shirts on, the guards. So maybe they're a special type of guard. Lady Terenis, the sister of Denethor. So I'm going to have to brush up on my lore if I can start talking about her anymore. Well, I'm guessing she's the ruler then, and her husband may have passed away. It's pretty elaborate in here. Pretty crowded though as well, so not sure if she's had to take some refugees into her hall. So moving on then, where are we going next? We'll be heading eastwards again. There is a beacon over here. There's some kind of port over here, but that's obviously not a friendly town, so that's probably been overrun by one type of baddie or another. But next we'll be heading into the middle region of Lossarnach, and we're going to start with that town we saw earlier of Arnak. So see you guys in a moment. Okay, so now we're at the fords that cross over into Lossarnach, and we'll see that the fords have been taken by the enemy, so we're not going to go too close to them just yet. But there's some pretty elaborate designs on either side of the waterfall over there. We'll try and get a drive-by as we run through here, and hopefully don't get dismounted. That's it. We don't want to ride towards it. Let's zoom out, then I can actually steer and look in different places. Yeah, the fords are currently being fought over between good and bad NPCs. You see, coming over here, we've actually got some new designs of shrubbery, just to brighten up the landscape, whereas so far in Upper Lebennin it's kind of been more of the same. But this is all pretty new and pretty fancy actually. I quite like this, these colourful bushes. I think there was a quest giver behind us that I've just completely overshot as well, so you guys might want to pay attention to that. But anyway, coming into the town of Arnak then, we just ride up the road and then we turn left shortly, probably not near these pillars. It's rather elaborate crossroads there. So let's head up into the town. We seem to be having some like new designs and motifs on some of the architecture as well. So this place then, it's not really got any defences to speak of at all. I mean, these guys haven't been overrun yet, but they don't have any big strong walls like the other guys in the last town. What's up here? I think this is the local lord's place. He's got some very nice trees growing in his garden. Oh, hello. Hang on. Let's dismount. There's something going on over here. Oh, no, it wasn't. I thought there's a large gathering over there. That guy's got some quests for us.
Our lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous to travel far from home.
Take that anyway. So this is Forlong's Hall. So Forlong has got to be the local lord. He likes his tapestries, this fabrics, it seems. We've got some indoor plants as well up in the galleries. It's pretty nice. It's slightly different to all the other ones we've seen. So his banners seem to be 3 red roses. So that'd explain all the plants around here. It's got a pet dog, which doesn't have a name. I don't think Folong himself is inside here. So yeah, on these guys you can see more of their red rose motifs. And I'm guessing you can probably get some kind of horebook in these designs from the local barterers as well. Rather stern looking gentleman here with an axe. So these are probably his chief bodyguards, but where he is I don't know, so I'm not sure why they're exactly sitting there. We're going to get another nice view of this courtyard as we exit. Don't know what's down this way, let's have a look. Obviously it must be some mission watering all these plants. We've got some guys training over there. So this seems to be more of a kind of like barracks training area. Some archers in that room. Let's see what's over this side. So it looks like it's some kind of library. We do seem to have some scholar facilities. So there we go, we have a bank inside the main hall. We have an auction house, I would assume. Yeah. Got trainers, so I can see my burglar trainer there. And probably a few of the craft facilities as well. I'm guessing if there's a study here, there must be other ones inside this town. So this could be certainly not the capital of the region of Lossarnach. Possibly one of the main regions in this region, because I'm not sure if Osgiliath itself is going to have much of the facilities, because as you can see on the map there's not really anything showing apart from a rewards vendor, because Giddyup itself at this point is kind of contested between the men of Gondor and Sauron's armies, which have just come out of Mordor, marching underneath the Dawnless Day on their way to Minas Tirith. So I'm not sure what the state of the city is going to be when we get there. But so next up, we're going to be heading north to Imloth Malui, which seems to be another fortification in the valley. So we'll see you guys there. Okay, so we're outside Imloth Malui, and as you can see, these guys obviously like their shrubbery as well. There's loads of plants all over their gates and walls. And again, some guys defending it. These guys also have the 3 red roses. So it's got to be under the same lord's governance, one would assume. Which is unusual, because normally it's one town, one lord. But if we head up into here, we're going to start seeing even more plants. So again, this town's going to have like the usual basic facilities, your forge master and so on. Let's get off my wolf steed because I'm starting to lag in a bit. Get on my regular steed. So yeah, loads of plants, all the same architecture. Where is the Lord's Hall going to be? I'm guessing it's probably over on the west. So let's head this way. Well, it could be actually on this hill. Actually no, it's the direction I want to go anyway. So up here, hopefully we get some good views from on top of this bridge. There's another town that's similar layout to the other one. It's split in half across a river. I mean, this one's kind of more of a hilltop than a valley like the other one. Got some moors down there. Is that a shrine in the distance? Let's go over here. So I'm guessing this place where the door's not showing up, there we go, is possibly the keep. Hall of the Gentle Hand. Let's have a look. So again, we've got another posh hall. Slightly different to the other one. I mean, this is actually pretty big actually inside here. Got an upstairs level. I'm not sure if we can get up there. That'd be pretty cool if we could. It's a nice scenery up there. Some huge statues around this fountain. Some guys talking here. pretty elaborate as well. The branch type things at the top of the pillars spreading out and holding up the ceiling. It's an interesting design. Anyway, actually we can get upstairs. Let's go have a look upstairs. So it's kind of like the inside of the library in inside Dol Amroth. Oh, you're not going to let me up here? This room's closed, is it? And that room's closed as well. That is a shame. I'd have liked to have had a look upstairs. But by the looks of it, this is not the Lord's Hall at all. This is just a really fancy building, so let's go see if we can find it. So, where is it likely to be? North or south? There's no seemingly large buildings on the map. But there is some fancy stuff up there, but I think that's just the waterfall. Let's have a quick scout around here, some of these buildings. So not every one of these we can necessarily get inside. None of these doors seem to be interactable. Some really nice leafy areas around here especially. None of these NPCs are important, they're just standing about reading books and stuff. But by and large the peasants, if you will, I mean they're probably a bit more noble than peasants, but the local townsfolk, let's say, they seem to be a bit more relaxed compared to some of the other towns. So obviously these ones haven't really been attacked either from the corsairs to the west, attacking from the sea, or Sauron's forces which are marching out of Mordor at the minute. They're kind of caught in the peaceful area in the middle. What have we got over here then? Nice leafy gardens. So maybe there is no other kind of local lord around here. If it's the same people, maybe this is just like a, you know, another nice peaceful town that's owned by the same lord. That's under his protection, which is why we're seeing none of the posh great halls. Okay, so let's leave this place behind then. And next up, we'll be heading east to the town of Holland, which is our gate into Pelennor, which doesn't exist yet. But I'll meet you guys outside the gates. Okay, so one last thing before we actually leave Imloth Meluise. I've actually found the local noble Lord's Hall, which is this area on the southeast corner of there. So from the main entrance, you can either turn right and just go up the hill, turn right again, or just go any of these other roads which lead up here. This is the Hall of Lady Vanellos. So we step inside, and it's not a huge elaborate hall. It's actually pretty dark in here. At the very top, we can see this lady, who seems to be rather elderly, but not sure if there's any backstory we can find out about her in the lore. But these guys don't seem very happy. So, has there been another casualty within the family, perhaps? Or some bad news coming in? Don't seem too happy at all. But anyway, moving on then to the next town. Okay, so now we're on the road down into Harlond. And as you can see, there's some nice archway gates here. As we go past the archway gates, we see that things aren't going too well in this city especially. Because as you can see, there's smoke and fire. One of the walls has been utterly destroyed on the western side. There's some fortifications on the western side as well, which have been torn down. The place is kind of looking in ruins. Hopefully it's not held by the good guys. This has been completely overrun by the orcs. So I'm going to try barreling through here at full speed and trying to come out the other side. And actually, I can't come out the other side because that's not an area we can actually get to. But Southern Ithilien, how do we get over there? Are we meant to cross the river somewhere? At one of the other camps? Well, let's find out. Let's go in there. Obviously the orcs have put various skulls and other nonsense on the gates to kind of warn people and get them to stay away. There we go, right. I'd say we're getting some battle music playing in the background as we storm through here. There's going to be probably some quests coming here to kill loads of people and chop off the head of the leader orc or something. As we see, that would be the... Jesus Christ, have you seen how many Let's hips. Drop into stealth, dear burglar, and pray that nobody else sees you. There is a lot of red dots on the map. Okay. How big are these guys? They're not too big. They're not like elites. Okay. So that gate in front of me is the one that would go to the fields of the Pelennor. Obviously there's a massive wall running around there. But we're not getting that in this update. That should hopefully be part of update 17. I'm guessing update 17 is going to be the one that's got Minas Tirith. That'll be coming at some point later in the year, probably in the autumn. Let's see what else we can see. I mean, obviously this place has been utterly ruined. Let's see if we can sneak down to the river. I'm not entirely sure what that hawk is doing. He's having a little swim around in the fountains. The boats are on fire, they've been sunk. The orcs are absolutely loving it. So maybe the guys in the towns that we've been into recently should be a bit more worried. But we should be able to get into Southern Ithilien, which is all these places on the hills up there. But I'll need to have a wander around and see if I can get up there. And I will see you guys over there.